Benny the Butcher says the streets don't control hip-hop no more, and I gotta call BS. I feel as though hip-hop has grown past the streets. I feel as though hip-hop has moved on, but the streets have stayed the same. So I was going down my timeline, and this Benny the Butcher video hit the timeline, and so I want to talk about it and discuss it with y'all.
Hey, yo, y'all see what state the game is in when the streets don't hold the culture of the game? Now that the weird Twitter nerds and the nerds and all of these weird motherfuckers got, you know what I mean, they got their hands on the culture. The voice of the streets don't mean as much as it did when we was coming up. There was a lot of cons to that as well. You know what I'm saying? I gotta say that, but you see what happened when the streets, you know what I mean, don't control the game no more. It's a lot of fuck nigga shit going on, man. And a lot of people's okay with it because they're fuck niggas, man.
And so I gotta call BS on that, because I think the real reason why Benny is saying this is because his music ain't hitting the same no more. His last major album was Everybody Can't Go. And the way I took it and the way I heard it was him basically trying to sell out.
A lot of artists who come from my position, they do a lot of shit independent. So when they sign to a major label, they try to keep doing what they've been doing. But took that step up for a reason, so you might as well use it. Sticking to the old formula at the same time, man. You know what I'm saying? Reaching out, making connections, and making the shit bigger than ever, man.
He went to Def Jam. That was his major label debut. He made a big fuss about it, and it just didn't hit. The last good project Benny had was when he was stabbed. It was Stabbed and Shot 2 with 38 Special. One could say 38 Special got him up out of here, but you know, I think it was pretty even. I like both of them. It was a really good project. But Benny the Butcher himself was trying to leave the streets, and that's where I'm at today, to where hip hop has grown up, man. People have moved past the streets. If you look at Nas getting a casino, Jay-Z trying to get a casino, working with the NFL. If you look at Ghostface and Raekwon, Havoc and Cam and Mace, even Memphis Bleak, Noriega, most of these guys have moved past the streets. And if you look at it, the people that have the streets right now is a person like NBA Youngboy. That's who got the streets. That's the closest thing you can get to the streets, is somebody that's getting a concert canceled for safety concerns. That's the closest thing you're going to get to the streets. Let's look at one of the best albums this year. Arguably the best rap album this year that has most people within the hip-hop spaces saying it's the best album. And that's The Clips. Let God Sort Them Out. That's a very street album. Now, unlike Benny, The Clips have evolved. I feel as though the streets haven't evolved, and those that haven't evolved outside of the street are feeling Young Thug right now. Young Thug just now performing in front of a courthouse talking about, man, streets ain't the way, man.
Stop the violence in this city, man. It always ends bad. Atlanta is much better together.
Always end bad. Yeah, people are really thinking right now. People are way more political than they ever been. There are big brain conversations coming out. The streets ain't really about nothing. What are the streets about? What does the streets stand for? What is their mission statement?
You gonna die and go to jail.
With a time like now where you see this current administration in these major cities doing what they doing, what the streets talking about right now? Are they running to get active? The streets talk real tough, but when it's time to really prove it, they quiet. So that's what people been looking at. The streets don't lead to nothing. You've had the YSL Rico case. You've had Sue Surf. You've had plenty of these big cases of people getting indicted and going to jail. Big U. The government coming through and sweeping it up. Then you getting people getting attached to that Fenty. That Fenty is getting people major time. The streets are cooked. You got more people right now doing real estate investments. You got people looking into crypto. You got people starting their own businesses, power washing, painting, getting into electrician, getting into plumbing. There's real money out here. So the streets just don't make sense no more. When you got access to the internet, it don't make sense. Now, I get what he's saying. The streamers and a lot of these Twitter nerds that hide behind these avies and they just bought a blue check and now they got a bunch of followings, and low-key they just be trying to push propaganda to whoever their favorite artist may be. I get that, but look at the game. Outside of that, you had a great album by J.I.D. You had a great album by The Clips. You got Starline. You got Saba. You had Ray Vaughn. Mad people are releasing. This was actually a really good year for hip hop. This is an amazing year. And I have to ask, who had the streets? Who was the voice of the streets back in the day? All the people that was in, let's say, a XXL or a Source or whatever like that, they weren't in the streets. They just like hip hop music. Most of these people, they still have position. Ebro still got the same position. He still got the same voice. He on Apple Music. Rob Markman got his own, he doing things with Genius, and he running through his own YouTube channel. Wayno is still out there talking about stuff. Joe Budden got a big big platform. Everybody's still in position. Nori got a big platform. All the people that had positions 20 years ago got positions now. Nothing has really shifted that much.
Chop it up with these guys, but just everybody can't
My
go.
guys, everybody can't go.
Life and time.
Everybody can't go.
And everyone.
If we talking about academics and Aiden Ross, I have been seeing academics a lot less. He just premiered the JT this song, but I haven't been seeing him as much. And look at what Kai Cenat did, one of the streamers, one of the nerds, so to speak. He provided a platform for people to rap on, a major platform. Some people are successful, some people fumble. The truth is, Benny music ain't hitting it like that. He hasn't evolved. The Clips has found ways to evolve. The people that have found ways to evolve in the streets have been getting success. Look at a street artist like Killer Mike. He's evolved, got his first Grammy. Look at Nas. He's evolved, got a Grammy. These niggas are evolving. Niggas is moving out of the streets and getting real money. What are the streets about? In 2025, what are the streets about? Right now there's certain artists that's not on the forefront. People are actually having real hip-hop conversations. If Benny dropped a dope project, a dope freestyle right now, people will be talking about it. People will be reacting to it. People start talking like this when their music ain't hitting the same. That's what it's about. But what are you about? You can't keep giving us the same type of talk and expecting us to like it as if it's brand new. All the last few Griselda projects been run of the mill, been samey. Benny's music ain't hitting. And when he tried to go commercial, it didn't work for him. He didn't have the right people around him to make the right music. Look at what happened when Clips got with Pharrell. They made magic. They found new and fresh ways to give you the same thing, just differently. Half that album was a gospel album. Malice was talking. I don't even think he was cussing. So you got to reinvent yourself. You can't keep giving people the same watered down project and expecting people to love it. I don't know who got this idea where it was like, yo, let's just give him more meaningless music. Let's just give him more music. Let's just flood with music. Flood. Big problem I had with Jay Electronica too. He's just flooded. It's like, all right, my dude, you could have just put this in one project. This is not even 22 songs. You could have just put this in one long project. You dropped 3 new projects to put in one. So it's the same thing with Benny. They just releasing music. Nobody remembered, and that's not sticking. A lot of the demographics have grown up. People are interested in other things. People got families now. People looking at on family vacations, it's people doing different things now. Hip hop has grown up. A lot of times you see guys like this, they just frustrated that they don't have a hold on the game no more. Maybe in 97, maybe in 98, maybe in 95, yeah, you'd have been successful. But look at the artist that was successful out the 90s. Have you listened to Tupac? Have you listened to Biggie? You see what they was doing? They were musicians. They were making great songs that had street tales in them. Benny don't make great songs. The last good Benny song was probably Johnny P's Caddy.
They asking what work that niggas put in. I'm like, what didn't we?
Now, I like Benny, and I thought a lot of what was on Stabbed and Shot 2 was good, but it's the same. It's the same formula. It's nothing that really sticks out. The game is not ran by the rap. No, hip hop just got it back. And maybe not the streets of what it used to be, rob, kill, steal, gangster, dope, all of that. But the streets got hip hop back to where now it's not about record sales and numbers. It's about the quality of music. It's about who is giving you something from their heart, something vulnerable, something honest, not just run of the mill, same stuff, formula. People really having big brain conversations, people more political than ever. And right now, what is the streets doing? The streets are so tough. What are y'all doing with what's going on with this administration in Chicago, in Memphis, coming to a city near you? What y'all doing? Don't get me wrong, ain't nothing wrong with putting on some tough talk. I don't mind. Every once in a while, I switch it on. I put on Stabbed and Shot too. Damn, you right. When I be in the gym, yeah, I want to hear that. But people grown up, people moved on. People want to hear that no more. People don't want to watch that movie no more. Oh, Martin Scorsese and Tarantino, they could kill a bunch of people in their movies and blah, blah. All right, cool. But we don't want to watch that movie no more. We don't want to hear you talk tough talk no more. Because look at what's going on in our communities. Where y'all at? Where that tough talk at now? Let me know how you feel about this. Is the game messed up because the nerds got it and the streets ain't in the forefront no more? The streets is Denny right? Or like, I'm not trying to be right here. I'm just trying to be me. You know what I'm saying? I'm just giving my opinion. But maybe y'all may think I'm crazy. Maybe y'all may agree with Benny. Let me know respectfully in the comment section, because the conversation continues with you. Comment, like, subscribe, ring that notification bell so you can be notified whenever I release a video. I appreciate y'all. Donate to this Cash App right here. Join to be a member. I'm going to see y'all in the next one. Reedmysole out. Peace.